Have you ever sensed that even after partaking in communion with a sincere heart, a piece of your soul still felt unfulfilled? As you stepped toward the altar, you were met with the sacred host, a moment of reverence as you made the sign of the cross before gracefully returning to your pew. Yet, deep within, there was an awareness that this sacred experience held the potential for greater depth, as if you had cradled the divine in your hands, yet found yourself uncertain about how to honor such a profound moment. In this journey, you are accompanied by many who share your sentiments. Countless devoted individuals dedicate years to attending Mass, partaking in communion every Sunday, and for some, even daily. Yet, many remain unaware of the profound beauty and gentle embrace of that moment, when the Creator of the universe touches their very essence. And here unfolds the truth that has the power to transform your experience of communion forever. Pope Francis embodies a profound understanding, his pastoral insights emerging from a rich, lived connection with the Eucharistic mystery. This transcends a simple ritual, elevating beyond just a piece of consecrated bread. It is a profound meeting with the vibrant presence of Jesus, a fleeting instant where the divine and the earthly converge within your being. But have you ever pondered what revelations emerge from years of profound introspection? The words you utter in that sacred moment, the expressions you share with Jesus upon receiving Him, hold a transformative power that many have yet to encounter. Today I shall unveil precisely what type of prayer holds the potential to change your communion for all time. If you've ever sensed that your communions have become a mere ritual, or if you yearn to explore the depths of this sacred sacrament, then this message is meant for you. Prepare to discover the profound understanding that brought forth tears of reverence, moments of ecstasy, and faces transformed in the sacred presence of the Eucharist. Before we proceed, if you hold dear the life-changing essence of Holy Communion, share in the comments, "Jesus, Eucharist, transform my heart." This humble expression of belief will prepare your spirit to embrace the depth of this message. Brace yourself, for what you are about to encounter may not only alter your experience of communion, but it has the potential to profoundly reshape your connection with Jesus in the Eucharist. There exists a profound legacy, rich with words that touch the soul and invite the flow of divine grace into our lives. For some, Holy Communion transcends being just a moment within the Mass. It stands as the very heart of their spiritual journey. Witnesses have recounted that during the celebration of the Eucharist, an extraordinary phenomenon appeared to unfold. With hands that quivered, the host was raised high. With tear-filled eyes, one gazed upon what is frequently taken for granted, the true essence of Christ's presence. What unfolds before the eyes of belief, often overlooked by others, is revealed to countless spiritual seekers within the nurturing embrace of the Church's guidance. In that humble morsel of bread lies the essence of the universe's creator, the very Jesus who journeyed through Galilee, who faced the cross, who triumphed in glory. It is not merely a symbol. It is not a tale from the past. He is fully here, encompassing body, blood, soul, and divinity. And here lies the challenge that many of us encounter. We partake in communion, often unaware of the profound significance of what we are truly embracing. We approach the altar, embodying the essence of a time-honored ritual. Yet our hearts wander far, ensnared by the mundane, lost in the web of everyday worries. One reflection invites us to consider how many embrace Jesus as if welcoming a cherished artifact. Yet he yearns to transcend mere existence. He yearns to be cherished. This is the subtle mistake we make. In that moment, our words to Jesus may be absent or laced with a chill, uttered out of duty rather than devotion. We recite familiar prayers, devoid of genuine feeling, treating him as a mere element of tradition rather than a vibrant presence that touches our very souls. The lesson unfolds with clarity. The expressions we share in that hallowed instant transcend mere formulas. They embody the profound conversation that unfolds between the soul and its Savior, the creature and its Creator. the repentant sinner and the God who offers forgiveness and love without conditions. Before embracing the Lord, we must ready our spirits within. One cannot step toward the altar carrying the weight of distractions, anxieties, or, even more troubling, sins left unspoken. Every communion ought to be experienced as though it is the first, the last, the singular moment of our existence. Great care was consistently taken to ensure that all was in readiness. Before the sacred act of communion, it is often shared that the journey of preparing to welcome Jesus holds equal significance to the very moment of his arrival. And this speaks not only of the physical act of fasting, but also of a deeper fasting of the soul, a retreat from distractions and a release from the bonds of worldly attachments. Are you aware of the preparations that took place prior to each Mass? Time slipped away in fervent supplication. Throughout the long hours of the night, the community would often discover this figure kneeling in silence, utterly still, with an unwavering gaze directed at the tabernacle. What is the reason behind this? In that moment, an unmistakable realization washed over them, as if they were on the brink of meeting the one who would forever change their existence, their beloved, their guiding light, their Redeemer. Once, a devoted seeker approached his mentor and inquired, "Father, what is the best way to ready my heart for communion?" The answer that followed was profound, deserving of a place deep within our very beings. Envision a moment where you are about to welcome not merely a guest, but the sovereign of all sovereigns. Envision your heart as a portal connecting the realms of the divine and the earthly. Would you allow that gateway to remain unkempt, chaotic, and draped in cobwebs? Purify it through revelation. Embellish it with devotion. Shine upon it with affection. This interior preparation encompasses three essential components. The initial step is to engage in regular confession, sharing in the sacred without the need for absolution. It was said to be akin to attempting to pour water into a shattered glass. Light dances through the shadows of transgression. Thus, it was advised to engage in weekly confession to ensure the soul remains pure and open to the grace bestowed by the Eucharist. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Maria who graced my Masses with her presence. Each Sunday, she partook in communion. Yet a sense of emptiness lingered in her spiritual journey. Once upon a time, after learning about the significance of confession, she resolved to embark on that journey after many months had passed. She shared with me later, "Father, today when I received communion, I felt the presence of Jesus like never before. It was as if a curtain had been lifted that had kept me from seeing him clearly." The second element is prayer before Mass. Arriving at the temple a quarter of an hour ahead of time was recommended, allowing one to ready the heart in tranquil silence. It's not merely the quantity of prayers that matters, but the quieting of the spirit, the preparation of the heart, as one humbly approaches Jesus, saying, "Here I am, Lord, I come to receive you. Open my heart so you may enter fully." A lovely prayer graced the beginning of each Mass. "Oh, grant that my heart may be like the humble manger of Bethlehem, simple yet pure, prepared to welcome you with all the love it can embrace." Let us take this prayer and weave it into our own narrative, shaping it with our unique words and heartfelt sentiments. The third element is the fervent yearning to embrace Jesus. Pope Francis has shared insights on how the yearning of the soul beckons the divine sustenance from above. When we deeply desire to meet Jesus, when our hearts ache for him like the deer thirsts for flowing streams, our connection is forever changed. The journey of inner preparation is quite straightforward. It doesn't call for deep theological insights or elaborate aesthetic rituals. All it requires is a genuine heart, a spirit attuned to the gift it is about to embrace, and a vibrant faith that acknowledges the true presence of Christ in the Eucharist. Ready yourself as though you are on the brink of an inferno, for that is what the Eucharist is, the flame of sacred love that arrives to set your spirit ablaze. At this moment, we arrive at the essence of the lesson. the precise phrases to utter at the sacred moment of receiving Holy Communion. This is a sacred gem, not crafted from the pages of theology, but born from a deep, mystical encounter with Christ in the Eucharist. Once, a young priest, profoundly touched by the essence of the sacrament, approached after Mass with a humble heart. He asked, "Father, what do you say to Jesus when you receive him in communion?" Your gaze seeming to pierce the soul. The elder smiled and replied, "I say, stay with me. Lord, do not leave me, for if you leave me, I am lost." This seemingly simple phrase encapsulates the very heart of our connection with the divine. It is the quiet recognition of our complete reliance on him. It is the acknowledgement that, apart from Christ, we wander in the shadows of sin, trapped in the void of a life devoid of purpose. It is a heartfelt declaration from one who understands that Jesus is the core, the pivot, the very purpose of his life. He shared that these words should flow from the depths of the heart, rather than merely be spoken from the lips. They should be shared with a sincere spirit, with the heart's gaze directed towards Jesus, who resides within us now. These are not mere utterances born from duty or routine. They are the heartfelt expressions of a soul deeply enamored. What makes these words resonate with such strength? For they recognize two essential truths. First, it is essential to recognize the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. And second, to understand that without him, our spiritual life would undoubtedly crumble. Communion is that sacred moment when the divine descends to the earthly realm, taking residence within your very being. Could there be anything more magnificent than this? Yet he allowed his expression to flow beyond mere words. Shaped by the depths of his spirit and the demands of the present moment, he wove in other expressions brimming with affection and modesty. At times, he would express, "Jesus, I love you, yet guide me to love you deeper." On other occasions, he would implore, "Lord, come into my heart and shatter all that is not of you." Or perhaps, "My Lord and my God, I am unworthy of your presence, yet my soul yearns for you." The essence lies not in the exact phrasing, but in embodying the heartfelt sentiment, the heart of that personal conversation with Jesus. It is about conversing with Christ as one would with a cherished companion, embracing total sincerity and unwavering trust. With the heart laid bare and open, a woman who frequently participated in those masses once recounted the moment. "I witnessed him receiving communion. In that moment, it felt as if time itself had come to a standstill, enveloping him in a stillness that was almost palpable. His expression would transform. At times, he would shut his eyes with a firm grip, as though pondering a mystery unseen by our eyes. One day, she inquired about his vision at that moment, and he responded, "My daughter, I do not perceive with these eyes, but with the eyes of the soul, and what I behold fills me with a profound love and sacred awe." We must embrace the understanding that we are not merely encountering a symbol, but the very essence of the living God, the creator of all that exists, the Savior who sacrificed everything for us. In the face of this profound mystery, our words, though humble, should overflow with love, reverence, and complete devotion. In a moment of profound insight, Pope Francis shared that the essence of our words is shaped more by their origin than their content. When we express ourselves from the shallow waters of our existence, our words lack depth. However, when we draw from the profound depths of our hearts, from that sacred space where the divine and our spirit intertwine, each utterance transforms into a fragrant offering, ascending toward the heavens. Upon embracing Jesus and engaging in heartfelt conversation with him, we encounter a profound lesson that stands out in our bustling world: the significance of silence following communion. It is often expressed that after communion, the tongue ought to remain still, allowing the heart to express itself, and subsequently, the heart should quieten, creating space for God's voice to be heard. Have you observed the way many congregants hastily exit as soon as the service concludes? There's a subtle melancholy in witnessing this trend take hold. One observer recounted how the moments following communion were likened to spiritual treasure. He learned that if one truly recognized the presence within, if one grasped that the same Jesus who traversed the waters now resides within, adoration and silence would be the only thought occupying the mind. This silence is not merely a void, nor a lack of exchange. Rather, it embodies the profoundest connection. It is that sacred instant when two hearts resonate together, when two souls intertwine without uttering a single word. It is often described as the merging of hearts, yours and Christ's, entwined in a mystical embrace that brings forth transformation. How might we embrace the silence? It was once advised to spend at least 15 minutes in gratitude after communion, not filling that time with spoken prayers or distractions, but instead resting in quiet reverence, attuned to the presence of Jesus now residing within you. The guidance was straightforward. Close your eyes, set aside the world around you, and softly echo within your heart. Jesus is here. Within me resides the essence of Jesus. I am in Jesus. Then, embrace the stillness. Like Mary, the sister of Martha, select the more fulfilling path. Rest at the Master's feet and attune yourself to his voice. A woman named Lucia once recounted her journey. After discovering the significance of silence following communion, she committed to remaining for 15 minutes after Mass. Initially, her thoughts drifted to the meal she had to prepare or the tasks awaiting her. Yet, as the weeks passed, a transformation occurred. She started to experience a profound sense of tranquility, as though a gentle presence was enveloping her from the inside. One day, amidst that stillness, she distinctly sensed Jesus whisper to her, "At last you stay with me." Finally, the moment has come for us to share our words. This testimony unveils a deep and meaningful truth. The silence that follows communion is far from idle. It is a sacred moment, rich with potential and transformation. In this stillness, Jesus, truly present within you, offers consolation, healing, guidance, and interchange. It has been noted that if angels were capable of envy, it would be for this unique gift bestowed upon humanity, the ability to receive Jesus in communion, a privilege they do not share. Imagine the scene as we rush from the church, clutching a treasure that will be cherished forever. Each communion we receive serves as a reminder of the profound change it can bring. When we partake in the Eucharist with sincerity, we should emerge transformed, leaving behind the old self. This metamorphosis isn't a mere trick of fate. It is the genuine result of an authentic meeting with the living Christ. In the life of Pope Francis, this transformation reveals itself in profound ways. Observers note that after receiving communion, his face often glows with a serene joy that runs deep. His gestures and presence exude a silent reverence, as if touched by an unseen yet potent grace. His entire essence resonates with the profound connection forged with Jesus in the Eucharist. Yet, the metamorphosis he undergoes transcends the physical or emotional realms. It is fundamentally spiritual. Communion deepens his patience for the suffering, amplifies his compassion for sinners, fortifies his resolve against temptation, and enriches his wisdom in providing counsel. As he has frequently recounted, the Eucharist shines like the sun. When you open your heart and bask in its warmth regularly, you will find yourself transformed, glowing with the essence of Christ. But how do we discern if our communions are truly fruitful? There are unmistakable signs. A deepening love for God and others flourishes, while the allure of worldly pleasures fades away. The yearning for prayer deepens. The fortitude against temptation solidifies. An inner tranquility emerges, untouched by the chaos of the outside world. A clear sign of transformation in those who partake in communion with sincerity is their newfound capacity to forgive. If, after communion, you find yourself clinging to resentment, then something is amiss. To truly embrace the grace of the divine within your heart is to awaken a profound willingness to extend that same grace to others. A hallmark of this transformation is the deepening urge to serve. When one accepts Christ, indifference to the plight of others becomes an impossibility. The act of communion should inspire you to become a source of nourishment for others, just as Jesus has been for you. And at last, we arrive at the profound sign of transformation in our connection with Christ. It is that enigmatic journey through which we start to embrace His emotions, perspectives, and principles. As St. Paul articulated, a sentiment often reiterated in the insights of Pope Francis. It is no longer I who exist, but Christ who dwells within me. This represents the most exquisite outcome of a heartfelt communion, as our lives slowly evolve into a mirror of Christ's own existence. Dear brothers and sisters, we have traversed this spiritual path side by side, inspired by the example of one who profoundly grasps the essence of the Eucharist. We have discovered the significance of inner readiness, the sacred phrases to utter when receiving Jesus, the beauty of silence following communion, and the transformative power of each Eucharistic encounter. Now, I encourage you to ponder this. How will you approach your next communion? Will you partake in it merely out of routine, lost in distraction? Or will you embrace the chance to engage in that profound connection with Jesus that beckons you? The decision lies in your hands. Keep in mind, each communion is a distinct opportunity, a holy moment when the divine meets the earthly within you. There exists a profound nugget of wisdom to hold close to your heart. Cherish each communion as if it were the very first, the final, the singular moment of connection. Embracing this mindset has the power to reshape not just your experience of the Eucharist, but the entirety of your spiritual journey. Picture, if you will, the remarkable transformation that could unfold in your life if every Sunday, or even daily, you engage in that genuine, profound, and life-altering encounter with Jesus in the Eucharist. Envision the profound spiritual strength that would envelop you, the serene peace that would fill your heart, the boundless love that would radiate to those around you. If this message resonates with your spirit, I encourage you to share in the comments the words Jesus in the Eucharist. Join me on this journey. This humble act of faith could be the beginning of a transformative communion, guided by the enlightening example set forth by Pope Francis in his pastoral reflections. Have you ever drifted off while praying the Rosary? If that's the case, pay attention to this message. What you're about to learn will transform your view on prayer. If you hold the wisdom of Pope Francis dear, share in the comments. The Rosary is my strength. Many individuals connect with me on social media to inquire about the experience of drifting off while praying the Rosary. Have you ever encountered this? Do you recognize that sensation of beginning your prayers, only to find your eyelids growing heavy before you know it? Today, guided by the pastoral wisdom of Pope Francis, you will uncover the profound significance of this moment in your journey. Renowned for his deep spiritual insights, he provides a distinctive perspective on the experience of dozing off during prayer. His musings uncover layers of significance that often go unnoticed. Indeed, this occurrence may sometimes symbolize a form of divine safeguarding. Picture yourself, for instance, reciting the Rosary after a tiring day, as your eyelids grow increasingly weighty, and even as you strive to keep your eyes wide open. The gentle embrace of sleep takes hold. Does this resonate with you? Many carry a sense of guilt in such moments. Yet, the insights we gain on this subject are nothing short of enlightening. The Rosary stands as a formidable tool for our times. As has been frequently stated, like any potent instrument, it captures the gaze of those who oppose us. It is crucial to recognize that drifting off during the Rosary is not merely a surface-level occurrence. It can stem from three distinct origins, each carrying its own profound spiritual meaning. In the moments ahead, I will unveil these three essential reasons. Illuminated by pastoral insight, you will come to see how slumber and prayer might signify a battle of the Spirit, a time of divine safeguarding, or simply the body's natural requirements. In this journey, you will uncover the subtle influences that shape your prayer life. Have you sensed that weariness often creeps in just as you begin to pray? Or maybe you've felt a profound tranquility wash over you, even as you drift into slumber during your prayers. These are significant indicators that beckon our attention. Today, you will delve into their richer significance. In the tapestry of our journey, we find ourselves enriched with timeless wisdom about prayer. Insights that resonate just as powerfully today as they did in their inception. This spiritual guidance invites us to delve deeper into our own experiences with prayer. Get ready to uncover profound truths that will not only transform your prayer life, but also illuminate a fresh understanding of the significance of sleep during the Rosary. Have you ever found yourself drifting off while praying the Rosary? Fear not, for by the end of this message, you will grasp its profound significance and be equipped with the knowledge of how to navigate such moments. I will also unveil techniques that have been shared to help you stay anchored in your prayer journey. Have you ever pondered the deeper significance of the Rosary? It transcends mere repetition, standing as a formidable ally in the face of spiritual challenges. With the Rosary in hand, triumph is within reach. This truth resonates through the years, echoed by those who have clasped a rosary softened by devotion. As we contemplate the journey of Pope Francis, we uncover poignant stories intertwined with the rosary's profound legacy. In the stillness of long nights spent in prayer, the spiritual battles were undeniably present. Yet, with the rosary clasped firmly in hand, a unique strength emerged, offering a shield against any adversities. The transformative power of the Rosary often unveils itself in the most unexpected moments of our everyday existence. Have you ever sensed the profound peace washing over you after reciting the Rosary? Or noticed how challenging circumstances seem to find resolution in ways you could never have anticipated? Such occurrences are far from mere chance. Pope Francis once shared a beautiful thought. Each Hail Mary is akin to presenting a rose to the Mother, who in turn envelops us in her protective embrace through his pastoral journeys. He frequently recommended the Rosary as a balm for spiritual woes. Regardless of whether one grappled with family troubles, financial hardships, or personal conflicts, his counsel was unwavering. Embrace the Rosary with unwavering faith, and behold the miracles that unfold. There's a captivating truth to consider. The adversary quakes at the might of the Rosary. This is precisely why we encounter numerous obstacles aimed at hindering our prayers, one of which is the unexpected wave of drowsiness that washes over us in those sacred moments. As you delve deeper, a pattern emerges. Each Hail Mary in the Rosary becomes a deliberate blow against the shadows that seek to overwhelm us. In the act of prayer, we may face various forms of resistance. Sleepiness can creep in, sometimes for reasons that aren't entirely negative. He highlighted 3 signs that illuminate the profound strength of the Rosary: the serene peace that envelops us during and after our prayers, the uplifting transformations we witness in our everyday lives, and the unique shield we find in challenging times. When we engage in the Rosary, we invoke a formidable spiritual barrier. Each enigma we contemplate fortifies our essence against various forms of spiritual onslaughts. It resembles constructing a sacred stronghold, layer by layer, prayer by prayer. You might have observed that some individuals attempt to dissuade others from engaging in the Rosary, asserting that it is dull or redundant. He offered a thoughtful reply. The Rosary stands as a prayer that unsettles the adversary, not least because of its straightforward yet profound nature. Its unpretentiousness conceals a remarkable potency. As we recite the Hail Marys, our thoughts and spirits ascend to the profoundest truths of our belief. He elaborated that this blend of spoken prayer and contemplation weaves a unique shield around us. As we delve into the profound significance of the Rosary, we come to appreciate the varied interpretations of drowsiness during prayer. It can represent a struggle to conquer, a signal of divine safeguarding, or merely our body's plea for rest. We are reminded that each Hail Mary, offered with genuine faith, carries the potential to transform our lives in remarkable ways. Whether we find ourselves praying with perfect focus or battling the heaviness of sleep, what truly counts is our unwavering perseverance and faith in the strength of this prayer. With a deeper understanding of the Rosary's power, we can appreciate why moments of drowsiness during prayer warrant our careful consideration. In the upcoming section, we will delve into the 3 reasons identified for why we drift off while engaged in the sacred act of praying the Rosary. As we journey through the profound teachings on sleep woven into the fabric of the Rosary, we come to a pivotal moment of revelation. Here, we will unveil the 3 essential reasons that illuminate why slumber may embrace us in prayer. The first reason is the natural weariness that accompanies our human experience. He shared that our bodies, revered as temples of the Holy Spirit, require rest. Thus, we need not carry the weight of guilt when physical fatigue gently claims us. During our sacred moments of prayer, after a long and tiring day, when sleep gently embraces you during your prayers, it may just be your body yearning for the rest it craves. How do we tell if this is merely the weariness of the day? Pope Francis, in his thoughtful reflections on the spiritual journey, has shared wisdom that aids in this discernment. Sleep often arrives softly, like a whisper, rather than a sudden plunge into darkness. It often unfolds after a day filled with activity. Notably, it arrives devoid of anxiety or restlessness. The second reason delves into the realm of intricate spiritual challenges. Pastoral experiences reveal that as the Rosary begins to reshape our existence, we may encounter spiritual opposition. A frequent strategy employed is an unexpected, unexplainable drowsiness that descends precisely during moments of prayer. How can we identify a spiritual attack? The indicators diverge from mere fatigue. Sleep descends suddenly and with great intensity, even when we feel fully rested. Most notably, it tends to occur right before we engage in prayer or during pivotal moments within our prayers. Interestingly, these occurrences can be seen as a positive indication. They suggest that our prayers resonate deeply, creating ripples in the spiritual realm. This is precisely why we encounter resistance. Have you observed how the drowsiness tends to creep in just when prayer is most essential? Yet, there exists a third reason, one that may come as a revelation. There are times when dozing off during the Rosary serves as a unique shield of protection. In moments like these, our spirit is gently guarded against fierce spiritual struggles we may not be ready to confront. How do we discern this unique safeguard? It reveals itself through distinct signs: a profound tranquility during and after slumber, a feeling of spiritual rejuvenation upon awakening, and frequently, the sense that something significant transpired in that time. In such moments, surrendering to sleep becomes a gentle embrace, much like a parent cradling a slumbering child, safeguarding them from the world's perils. During these times, our spirit receives tender care, wrapped in a cocoon of tranquility. Have you ever stirred from the sacred slumber, feeling an unexplainable renewal or a profound peace washing over you? These sensations may reveal that you have encountered this unique form of guardianship. In the face of natural tiredness, we must embrace the necessity of rest with grace. Consider breaking the Rosary into smaller segments or choosing a time when your spirit feels more invigorated. When confronted with spiritual challenges, hold your ground, adjust your stance, vocalize your prayers, and let your feet carry you as you seek solace in your devotion. It is through steadfastness in these trials that we fortify our spiritual journey, inviting a shield of protection around us. Embrace these moments with a heart full of gratitude. Release any feelings of guilt. What may seem like mere slumber can actually be a profound journey of spiritual growth. The essence lies in recognizing the nature of our rest. Pay attention to how it unfolds. and take note of the sensations we experience during and after. There are rhythms to these occurrences that reveal deeper truths. Grasping these three causes liberates us from unwarranted guilt and guides us in responding fittingly to each circumstance. We must not let drowsiness during prayer dishearten us. Instead, it should inspire us to enrich our comprehension of the spiritual journey. With this newfound understanding of the three reasons behind sleepiness during the Rosary, Pope Francis presents us with practical strategies tailored for each scenario. These techniques have guided countless individuals toward a richer and more profound prayer experience, enhancing their focus during the Rosary. He suggests tailored approaches based on the unique challenges we encounter. The essence is in accurately pinpointing the root cause and implementing the right method. When drowsiness stems from genuine fatigue, consider shifting your prayer routine to a time when your mind is clearer and more engaged. Divide the Rosary into smaller segments throughout your day. Find a posture that keeps you engaged yet comfortable. Embrace the rhythm of gentle walking as you pray. In moments of spiritual challenge during your prayers, He provides tailored strategies. Speak your prayers with conviction and clarity. Shift your position promptly if drowsiness creeps in unexpectedly. With unwavering resolve, invoke the sacred sign and press on. With confidence, summon the name of Mary. He emphasizes the importance of perseverance during those unexpected moments when sleep descends, particularly during significant prayers. We must hold firm and not forsake the Rosary. In times of special need, He offers unexpected guidance. Embrace this kind of sleep as a gentle embrace from the divine. When you find yourself enveloped in deep peace and spiritual rest during prayer, recognize it as a moment of rare grace. In such instances, welcome the sacred intimacy with a humble heart. Release any guilt for drifting into slumber. Maintain a prayerful spirit, and express gratitude for this unique form of protection that surrounds you. He guides us through the art of preparation before the Rosary. Find a serene, airy space. Adopt a stance that fosters both focus and respect. Cradle your Rosary in your hands, sensing each bead as a physical link to your prayers. Start with a short invocation, seeking the grace to pray with full attention. To keep your mind anchored during the Rosary, He recommends envisioning the mysteries we contemplate, linking each Hail Mary to a particular facet of the mystery, maintaining a steady flow in your prayers without haste, and embracing the sacred. Images serve as companions in the journey of meditation. One powerful method shared is the prayer of the heart. This practice involves aligning the words of the Hail Mary with our breath, fostering a profound sense of focus and tranquility during challenging times. It is suggested to set a fresh intention at the start of each mystery, dedicating each decade to a particular purpose, and recalling that every Hail Mary represents a rose for Mary. The importance of steadfastness is highlighted, even in moments when we sense no extraordinary feelings. The essence does not rest in the flawless execution of our prayers, but in the unwavering dedication and affection we infuse into them. It is a gentle reminder that even those fleeting battles against drowsiness, when surrendered with love, hold a unique significance in nurturing a richer bond with the Rosary. The journey begins with a handful of beads. Pray with focus, and as our ability expands, so too can the number of Hail Marys. Establishing a consistent prayer routine and crafting a space that invites reflection are vital steps. These thoughtful approaches, when we weave together the insights on the three causes of sleep during prayer, we embark on a journey toward a more profound and enriching prayer life. Pope Francis, in his gentle guidance, reminds us that even the smallest efforts carry great significance in our spiritual paths. Thus, we conclude this enlightening exploration of the essence of sleep during the Rosary. His teachings have opened a door to a fresh understanding of a concern that weighs heavily on many believers. Let us revisit the key insights we've gathered. Drowsiness during the Rosary can arise from three distinct origins: natural fatigue, spiritual assaults, or a unique form of protection. Each source calls for a tailored approach. In the journey of life, it is the steadfast spirit that shines brighter than flawless execution. We are reminded that even when slumber beckons during our moments of prayer, these instances should be embraced as chances to enrich our spiritual journey and fortify our bond with the divine. I now extend an invitation for you to embark on a meaningful commitment over the next week. Engage in the rosary, immersing yourself fully in the experience that unfolds. Pay close attention to the emergence of sleep, how it reveals itself, and the sensations you encounter during and after your prayer. This reflective practice will guide you in understanding the nature of your experience. As you undertake the 7-day journey, be sure to maintain a straightforward log of your encounters. Utilize the techniques we've explored in response to each circumstance. Do not let challenges deter you. Instead, take joy in every little progress you make in your journey of prayer. Each Hail Mary, offered with genuine love, holds great significance. Even in the battle against drowsiness, remember that it is not the flawless execution of your prayer that counts, but the steadfastness and affection with which it is given. Picture the profound effect it will have on your life when you fully grasp the essence of these sacred moments in prayer. As sleep beckons, you will find yourself free from guilt, equipped to recognize its true source and react with understanding. Should this message resonate with you, pass it along to those who might be grappling with similar worries. The teachings of the Church remind us that when we share spiritual insights with love, they grow and flourish. Here lies your ultimate challenge. Pen in the comments, "I accept the 7-day commitment," if you're prepared to put into action the wisdom gained today. We shall weave a prayer chain that transcends this message. The Rosary stands as a formidable ally in these times. With a deeper grasp of the essence of sleep and prayer, you are now ready to fully embrace this sacred gift. In the quiet moments when sleep beckons during prayer, hold fast to the wisdom we've gathered. Embrace your rosary practice with unwavering dedication. Pass on these insights to those who may benefit. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with others facing similar challenges. Show your support by liking, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications to continue receiving messages drawn from profound spiritual teachings. Thank you for letting me weave these transformative insights into our shared journey. May each Hail Mary you offer bloom like a rose in the spiritual garden of your life. Until we meet again in the next video, where more revelations await to nurture your growth in faith.